Welcome. In this video I'm going to show you how you can trick Excel into creating a chart that looks like this one. And it's actually a little bit cheating because these are three separate charts and we're gonna make them one by one based on location and grade. And I'll simply start from scratch. I'll remove all of my information here. My core data has three locations, 1, 2 and 3. And they were actually corresponding to Diemen, Haarlem and Rotterdam, three cities in the Netherlands. Then what we need are some bins, so I'll be using 25 bins, and unfortunately a few students graded at 100, so the last bin is actually slightly bigger, but okay. What might be useful here are the bins, their labels, which can actually be simply be this one and then a smaller than sign and this one. Now note that if you have bin widths, I can copy paste this to the side. If you have bin widths that are actually different from each other, then you should be using frequency densities. In another video that I made about histograms, you can actually see how you can actually create charts that have frequency density instead. So look for that video and then come back here and adjust it accordingly. Now for the count, I need to count if it's bigger than this value and smaller than that one, bigger or equal to, sorry. And then also needs to check if the location is indeed 1. So there's going to be a few count ifs. And the criteria for the first range is going to be in the location, and I'm going to press F4, that puts dollar signs around the A's. That prevents it from changing when copy pasting. Then the criteria is this one, where the row will have to change but not the column, so pressing F4 a few times puts dollar sign in front of the E only. Then for the second criteria is that it should be the range is going to be about the grades, that's column B, that needs to be with dollar signs again. Then the criteria is that, and then I use the quotation signs, that it needs to be greater than or equal to, and then the end, the 0 up here, but that there the row needs to actually be fixed. Then the third criteria is that, again, column B, again F4 so that it blocks it or fixes it, and then it should be actually less than the upper bound, so less than and this 25. Again, put a dollar sign in front of the 2 there. Close the count ifs, enter or control enter, and there is no one in Diemen that ranked it below 25. I can copy paste this down, and also I can copy it all the way to the right now. And this actually creates all the data that I need for the diagram, as you can see. Now we're going to be creating 3 different diagrams, one for each location. So let's do that first. I'll select the titles and then hold down the Control key and then select the Diemen scores, including the label. Then go for the Insert, then click on the column and simply select a 2D version. I'll leave this one up here for now. Then click underneath and again select the labels or the categories, control, and now hold down Control key and then go for Insert again and then the 2D one. So I now also have one for Haarlem, and last but not least I need to do the same again using all of these for Rotterdam, Insert, and this one and that one. Alright. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a cold. Hope it doesn't bother you too much. Now, this doesn't look much like a histogram, so each of them we need to actually adjust a few things. I'll start with the Diemen one. I'll double click on it so I actually get the properties. Click on one of the bars so that all of them actually get selected. And then we need to actually adjust the bar, the series options, and then there shouldn't be any gaps. So now the gaps are gone. And what I also like to do is I like to actually add a border, which is a solid line, and then in the color black. So now it looks like this. We can do the same for the Haarlem ones. So again, no gap width, and again the border a solid line in black, and it remembers the choice. Let's also change the color here. So the fill color is going to be a solid fill, and indeed let's do that in green. Then for Rotterdam, again click on one of the bars in Rotterdam and select the properties, the series properties, no gap, and as a fill color let's use a solid fill, and let's make this one orange. And also the border needs to be a solid line, and luckily it remembers that that should be black. The next thing we need to notice is what is the maximum frequency, and it seems to be using 10 as a maximum. So let's click on each of the vertical axes, and at axis options change the maximum to that value, so in this case 10. Here I'm going to be using the same, so it's going to be 10, that's okay. And at Rotterdam I also need to change it to 10. So go axis options and then select 10. Now I actually do not need any column titles, except perhaps the top one. I can change this, for example, to grade. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a legend, add chart elements, and then go to legend and to the right. And then here the column title, the chart title can actually disappear. And I do need to have the legend, otherwise I don't know which one is which. And the same goes for Rotterdam, and delete, and add chart element legend to the right. The next thing is that only for the bottom one I need the category labels. If you like, you can also keep it in for the other ones, but you could also simply delete it for the other ones because they should be the same. So delete, delete, and also again, here we go, delete. Now, as you might notice, Rotterdam is spelled slightly longer than the other one, so I need to adjust this one slightly bigger so that it actually matches the ones on top. And this is just by visualization. And what we can do next is actually make them slightly less wide, so perhaps make it a little bit less, perhaps like this might be nice. Then the next one I put to the side of it, and then I actually try to get them roughly at the same height. So this one to there should be about right. Place this one underneath, and then the last one, the Rotterdam one, I need to also move up and actually also make sure that the 10 is here on the same page as the other one, or the same height. And we need to, oh, I deleted the axis title here, which I shouldn't have done. So go back to design, add chart element, data labels, no, axis, primary horizontal should still be there. There we go. And moving this further up, this one can be a little bit bigger than the other ones because, or wider than the middle one. Put it like this, and now as you can see we have a nice split histogram. What you can also do is, just to make sure, hold the control key and select all three, go to format in the drawing tools, align, and make sure that they're all aligned to the left, and then actually group them so that it actually becomes one big diagram. Okay, I hope you found this video useful and not disappointing that there's not a single way of doing it in one go. If you do find a way to do this in one time, please let me know. Alright, thank you for watching.